Can you hear those crickets? Jeepers, it's crazy. These things are so loud. Anyway, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. CLFurlong here, and we are all about reselling, running, lifestyle, and everything in between. And today, I'm so excited to tell you that it's actually almost my highest week that I've ever done. I'm off by like $15 of beating my track record. Fingers crossed by the end of tonight, Sunday night, I get another sale and I tick over. But at this point in time, it's my second best week that I've done. Now, I'm so excited to take you through the numbers for this week. Just some exciting sales because I've really branched out into some new areas, and I've taken on a challenge for this week. As I mentioned last week, was going to get down onto those listings. So let's dive into the numbers and let's see how we've gone. So top item number one was this Agatha Christie lot. Now, this was a bundle of 70 books. I paid $35 for this from the op shop straight up, and I was able to sell this for $140 plus postage. So after all that, I was able to get a profit of $74, which this being the big one for this week, which is just crazy. Super happy with this. It sat around for, actually, I think I listed this, I think it only sat around for a week and a half maybe. I still have some other Agatha Christie books listed. The other ones that I got months back, they have sold, but I still have some hardcovers which haven't sold yet. But these definitely moved pretty quick. The next lot was this Wii bundle, and this came with 4 controllers, 2 nunchucks, a steering wheel, I think it was 6 games, all working order. Now, I picked this one up from an op shop. I actually purchased it online, and that was me being in lockdown. I was still trying to, source some products, and picked this up for $80.50, and I was able to flip it for $175 within the week. So pretty happy with this, and a nice profit of $71 after postage and fees. So yeah, you can still make money with the Wii's, especially if you've got a nice bundle and you can put some of the games together which fit the profile of the bundle. So keep that in mind. But yeah, these are still selling every day. Item number 3, and this is where things start to get interesting for this week. So I've had a lot of t-shirts and jeans and clothes that I haven't been listing, and this week I had the challenge to try and do 10 listings every single day, which we'll get to a bit later. But one of them was this Batman Forever. I did have this sitting on Depop. I didn't have it on eBay. Chucked it on eBay. I've sold it within, I think it's just been 4 days. Now, I originally had this sitting at $80. I had someone request, will I take $50 for it? Now, they were international. And postage on that, for some reason, calculated for wherever they were for $41. But when I went through the post savings, I actually got a lot of savings back, being on the band 3 that I'm on. So profit for this ended up being around $62.95. So I ended up getting the profit that I probably would have got if I had sold it for $80 for free postage. So pretty happy with this, guys. Really, really happy. And another international sale. This one is from the Ballarat run that I did with Diary of a Flipper. If you haven't checked out the video, make sure you do. But I paid $9.10 for these, sold them for $60 plus postage. So after all that, I got a profit of $45.27. So these things do go all the time around that 60 to 75 mark with postage, plus postage, I mean. So yeah, be on the lookout. Top item number 5 was, once again, some more clothes. This cost me $5.64 for the bundle of the 2 Team Fortress 2 t-shirts. Now, I'd never seen anything like this, but similar to the Batman one, I had them listed at 40. I had an offer for 30. Actually, I had it listed at 49, I think it was. Once again, with the post situation to international, it was going to cost them around $40. So I said I'll do that. I got the band savings, and I was able to profit $42. So very happy with this one. You know, it's all about just keeping the consistency happening, and I've listed a lot of clothes this week as well, and next week there's even going to be more. So I think this is all starting to play. Things are just popping up, and I've been cleaning up the store and really taking action this week, which we're going to touch on in a moment. But it's yeah, keep an eye out for these kind of shirts. So flops for this week. No flops. It's been a pretty solid week, and I think I want to just skip straight past this and focus on what I have been focusing on for the week, which, we're going to break down in a minute. But I went through last week and said I need to be doing listings, and that's what we're going to talk about shortly. But let's just get into the meat of it all. So this has almost been my biggest week. It's so close. $15 off, I think I am. So almost my best week at the time of doing this video. So I had a total of sales of 25 sales. Margin was a bit lower this week, 44%. Cost of goods being $434. Have sold $1,334 worth with a profit of $592. So some big numbers there. Very happy with this. Surprisingly, this week the profits have come from clothes and books. Books being, yeah, everyday Joe, that's always going out the door for me. But the clothes, I sold 2 pairs of jeans this week, listed them this week, sold them this week, and some of the clothes that I listed this week sold this week. So it really comes down to, if you don't list it, you can't sell it, can you? So it's been interesting to see what I've been able to do. And the video games, I've done well with those, so pretty happy with the numbers for this week. And it's encouraging, and it's also, it frustrates me that I haven't been putting in the effort. So I've been working with the 2 Aussie thrifters for this week, of really just having that accountability of, you know, taking the challenge of, can I do 10 a day? And you know, it's been a healthy little accountability thing. And you know, I think reaching out with other people and just setting those goals and targets to, you know, spur each other on and have that healthy habit, it's very important. Now my average has jumped up to $688 now, as you can see, just shy of my previous biggest week, which was back on week 10, so week 22, and we're almost hitting above it again. So very, very exciting. We've had 25 sales as well, which is actually it's on par with my highest amount of sales in 1 week as well. Now the next thing is the listings. As I mentioned, been really trying to hone down and get the listings happening, especially being during lockdown, during the COVID restrictions at the moment. So really wanted to make sure I made the most of it. So I only did listings from Monday to Friday, which was 10 a day basically, but for the week it averages out about 9.8 per day. Sales are up by, I think we're up by 1 per day. So last week was about 2.5. We've done 3.5 this week per day. So really, really seeing the big numbers, and I've nearly done my biggest week of listings this week. So just shy of, you know, 4 or 5 there, being my biggest week on week 7. So I'm going to continue this momentum, try and push through and keep getting the listings happening, because I think it's really just proven to me, breaking it down into bite size rather than trying to do 30 in 1 day. It's just so much more manageable, and it's not as overwhelming. So I want to say a big shout out and thank you to 2 Aussie thrifters for keeping me honest, and I encourage you all to, you know, do something similar. So where are we with $100,000? So we are still behind. I was meant to be on 17,300 by the 9th of June. We're sitting at 15,152, so I am behind. Not far off, but you know, this is when things are starting to get tough. Things are starting to get like a big struggle, but you know, I'm not backing down. I'm pushing for it. I'm going for it, and I will show you the path that I take, regardless if I get to it or not, and you know, take you on this journey and show you what I could have done better, what I am doing better, or how I'm changing, or what I think I'm going to do, all that jazz. And more on that to come really at the start of the next FY, when I can just have a few more options when the new FY starts. So yeah, look, it is what it is. I'm not too concerned by it. It's definitely pushing me to do these listings, pushing me to get out and do things. So it is also encouraging just to see the numbers still going up every day anyway. So it is what it is. All right, so that's really the week, folks. It's just been a bit of an eye-opener and realization that, you know, what we put into this is what we get out. And I'm not here to say you need to be listing more. What I am here to say is that if you set some goals, if you set some targets, whether it's numbers, whether it's listings, whether it's sales, whether it's profits or revenue, you need to crunch the numbers and figure out what do you need to be doing. And doing 10 listings a day for me is going to get me closer to this $100,000. And doing 10 listings a day is a lot more manageable than trying to do 30 or 40 or 50 in a single day, just because, you know, you're crunching through it a lot easier. It's digestible and manageable. So that is working for me. I'm going to continue it this week and see if we can keep building on that momentum. Now, videos for this week. Well, we have this one, and then Wednesday will be a thrifting video. So I plan to get out on Tuesday and finally just get out into the shops again. Restrictions have been lifted, and I just can't wait to get out and have some fun. Worst case, if for whatever reason, it still will be a thrifting video. It just might not be the thrifting video I do on Tuesday. I do have some backlog videos as backups just in case, but they are some just from the archives of some thrifts that I never actually showed anyone. So worst case, it will be something of the past. Otherwise, it will be a fresh one straight off the cuff. And then later in the week, I'll have my usual 50K training plan, week number 3. So that's that, folks. Let me know what you thought, questions, thoughts, concerns, difference of opinions. What are you doing? How was your week? Let me know below. Really keen to hear. I'm very proud with this week just because I've put in the work to make it happen. And of course, you know, sales are sales and they happen because people buy. It's not really me, but once again, I'm trying to really focus and hone down and get things done. So pretty happy with that, and I encourage anyone to do it as well. You know, see what you can do, set some goals, and challenge yourself. I do want to remind you, I do have a newsletter mailing list, which is a weekly reflect that goes out 9 p.m. every Mondays. If you're keen to see some of the behind the scenes, some of the other things that I'm doing, and you know how I'm trying to better myself in all parts of my life, you know, that's where I share all that detail. More than welcome to sign up. Anyway, really do appreciate you being here, and yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do the whole shebang, and hustle. Ciao.